I just been reflecting on a lot of things in life, stuff that I'm just dealing with personally, and my purpose, my goals, and just where I'm going right now, right? And I find myself going back and forth between how much I should express myself and how much should I keep to myself. And I realize I feel a good bit conflicted because who determines that? Like, let's be clear. I can be very outspoken. I'm very opinionated about a lot of things, but I'm also very open-minded. So I like my opinions to be lined up with the truth, or at least have some value and validity in it when I express it. And it took me time to, come to this place within myself and within my life. But at the same time, as much as I think about a lot of things, I also feel a lot of things. And I don't think people should feel ashamed for expressing their emotions or even feeling their emotions. It's just, what do we do with those emotions? Particularly as a man, when you're told, a man don't cry, a man shouldn't feel this way or be, react to things a certain way. But I'm going to tell you this, and I don't think this is just an opinion. I would say that most of the world is fucked up because men are not taught to manage their emotions or to acknowledge their emotions. And it's reinforced by other men, society, and women as well. And it creates a toxic cycle. You know what I'm saying? Because, just sidebar, but connected to this. For every woman that wants a man to be understanding and considerate of her feelings, I want you to know that that is not likely to happen if he is not even in touch with his own emotions. You can't expect somebody to be something or to, deal with something that they haven't even dealt with themselves. And I'm going to reiterate this again. Society, other men, and many women reinforce this toxic behavior, right? So we're all culpable for, these things that we deal with. But I'm not even just saying this because I want to sound preachy or nothing. I'm just saying that I'm in a place right now where I'm thinking about my life on a personal level, artistically, and all of these things are coming to, a culmination within myself. Because I work so hard to be self-aware and to remain open-minded and to increase my open-mindedness. And I want to help people, but I also want to get along with people. And I know that being a certain way can be a turnoff to others. Just like certain things that people do is a turnoff to me. And I'm actually like, I'm not a selfish person, but I'll be honest with you. I'm like kind of selfishly expressing this because I don't want to hold it in, but I don't want to sit down and get into a convoluted, frustrating conversation with people. So I just want to get this out, and then hopefully it resonates with others, right? Because for me, like 2020 was the year I grew the most on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, emotional intelligence and so forth, right? And I also feel like a lot of bullshit was shoved in our faces. That's not to downplay the bad things that happened, whether we're talking about politically or dealing with that virus. It's just that I think a lot of nuance has been ignored. Everything isn't just black and white. And I don't mean that from a so-called racial perspective. I'm talking about like there are many colors, figuratively speaking, across the spectrum for us to acknowledge. As far as like just paying attention to the fact that everything isn't just this way or just that way. And let's be clear. I'm not all over the place where like, oh, I'm confused and I just go along with, no, that's not what I'm saying. There are things and principles that I stand on that I'm never budging on. But within that, I also, as an objective person and as somebody who likes to pay attention to the full bigger picture, I just like to look at it all, you know? And just to wrap it up, what I'm trying to say is, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I've just come to the conclusion that there are things that I can no longer settle for. Not just from other people, from myself. You know, this is just a real-time expression of those things. And if something I said, connects with you, that's great. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. Which essentially is where I'm at with everything. All right. Hope everybody's doing well. Trying to keep my head on straight. And you do the same. Much love.